You can't tell me God won't make a way for you.
All right now.
You can't tell me God won't see you through. I know He can. I know He will. Oh, yes, I know He will. It's a bubbling in my soul. Yes. For me. Many of you know I've been sick last year for a mighty long time. And I praise God for the saints that came and prayed for me, came up to the hospital when I was in the hospital. Yes. On September the 27th, I was admitted to a hospital. I won't name the name. And at that time, the doctor had diagnosed me with congestive heart failure. When I first heard the news, naturally, I was devastated because it was an addition to me having to deal with heart failure. Not only the heart failure, but the lupus that I was diagnosed with 23 years ago. So there were added complications in the process. They decided to admit me, and at that time, help me, Jesus.
Jesus. Bless the Lord.
2 days later after that, because that particular hospital didn't have the specialist that I needed to care for me. And I praise God for my husband. Yes. Amen.
Oh, glory.
I was so tired, but he stood by my side, and I praise God for you, babe.
Amen.
Yeah. That's right. 2 days later, they sent me over to another hospital where they had the specialist readily available. They did a test called cardio catheter, and that's when they take a scope and they go and they insert the scope into my body. They inserted the scope into my body so they could take a good look at my heart to make sure there weren't any further malfunctions other than the abnormal EKG and all of the other tests that came back abnormal. At that time, they did find that there were no blockages. Thank God for that. However, the cardiologist did find that I had something called non-ischemic cardiomyopathy, which basically was the blood was not pumping properly through my heart, sending it throughout my body to get, properly oxygen. Thank you, nurse. It was a lot of learning in the process. So, because of that, they put me on 2 different heart medications to try to stabilize me. They also changed the lupus medicine to try to stabilize the lupus, which had flared up in the process. After that day, the doctor said it was okay for me to go home. We went home, and it was suggested and advised that I stay home for several weeks off of work and leisure play. So, in the house, I'm used to working, guys. I didn't know what to do. I praise God for my sister Jackie and so many others, Sister Tremetrius. They were just so fabulous during my time to stay home, amongst others. So I'm home and worshiping, and God just was dealing with me, and I'm just there. Can't really do anything and everything, so I was very limited in what I could do. I talked to my supervisor, and she was very understanding and accommodating, Not only was she very understanding and accommodating, she paid me my full pay. I didn't have to use any of my PTO. Our bills got paid on time every week that I had to pay. We never lacked any food or anything else. So I praise God for that. In December, from then until now, and I went through to several doctor visits, did a lot of lab work. In December, I went back to my rheumatologist who follows the lupus, and everything was stable at that time. He changed my medicine, got it stable, and everything was good. And then 2 weeks ago, on the 11th of January, I went back to the cardiologist. And as he was reviewing my notes, he said, "Miss Johnson, I got some great news." He said, "The heart problem has been resolved." It was nobody but Jesus. Nobody but Jesus. Trust him. Trust him. Believe in him. He will make a way out of no way. They said it would last all my life. That I would live all my life with this heart condition. But God, He had another plan. He had another plan. I praise God today, saints.
Come on and give God praise. Trouble in my way.